Welcome, friends. OG Merpe here with you. We're getting ready to run some Pathfinder 2nd Edition asterisk asterisk. It's a homebrew setting and a slightly homebrewed rule set. The everything's made up and the points don't matter. No, that's the wrong game. We are don't sue me. We're in the middle of a big fight. It's a big party of six. It's not a kiddie zone. There's like language and themes and stuff. So you've been warned. There will be lots of like fucking shits and farts and other things. Come to think of it, their humor is like that of maybe like a 12-year-old, but the language, it's probably not so good. I get ahead of myself. We're going to dive right in. We are on round 5, 6 of combat. There is kind of a lot going on, a lot of moving pieces. The players are up though, and they do get to kind of like take their turn all at once. So that's going to be good for them. And let's go ahead and fucking get started. And we're live. I love laughter. I love switching back over to laughter. That just warms my heart. Okay, well, as far as the teehees go, not a lot of teehees on the battlefield right now. Maybe from Galfast might be giggling to himself as he's like creeping through the bookshelves, like first away from combat and now like back to it, and is going to reemerge for the first time in a few rounds to contribute in a major way. Most of the like skeletal knights have been eliminated. Galfast like definitely knows that the other side is pretty clear, so there's still some like side chambers you haven't looked in, but like by and large, right, like Galfast is a pretty good read on the battlefield right now. Speaking of Reed, him and Wilb have been primarily engaging this librarian that is here. That is this like ghostly being, traditional weapons, not doing super great against him. Been tough. Been saying some crazy, wild shit also. We've got Atesk and Simone who have like gotten a chamber deeper and know that there's like a vault within the vault somewhere, or a dais of some kind, or unclear, right? And there is so everybody's back here. There's all this craziness going on. Galfast has like come back from this magical door that all the chains seem to disappear into. It is all of your guys' turn in combat, and if I remember correctly, Joe Reed had like used his breath weapon on the last turn. Correct?
Yeah. Correct.
And I had like backburnered that moment for here because reasons. And so now here we are starting off the session. So if you would just like, remind me, you did make that perception roll. I do have something prepared here, but I want to make sure I'm going to like fully answer whatever it is that you were rolling for. So was there anything like specific that you were looking for here as you're using
I think what I said specifically last time was like who like what army I am with, and then what like sigils they may be carrying.
Got you. Yeah.
If I have that like bird's eye view, effectively.
Okay, so in so much that these moments are like flashes that you're getting of memory as you have like tried to tap into a part of this ancient armor that you have not like personally witnessed. All of the breath weapons you've used have been something that's been used against you at some point, and you have kind of like reflected back, right? Like this is the first time that Reed has like cracked into this thing in like a meaningful way and has like unlocked something new that he has not like witnessed elsewhere in the world first, right? And so hitting this thing with radiant energy a couple of times, that first time very like disorienting, but was clear that he was getting this perspective from like the same place, right? Like from the person or being that's like responsible for this. It does have a cooldown on it as the battle rages on. Reed waits until he's able to muster enough strength to channel that energy once more, and as he does this, like Helmet of the Centuries, which flashes back in time, is this possibly is possibly related to this other rune that Simone and Atesk was in, so much so that they were like, we need to come back. Like, ah, shit. Like, we're not going to be able to do whatever needs to be done here. We need our friend. We need this armor piece, right? And, you know, you have a familiar place to go back to now that you've created this breath weapon once. And on the second time, you know, your current battle disappears and, you know, is replaced instantaneously by this panorama of an endless battlefield with miles of columns of these battle ready figures marching under these banners. And as you glance at them looking for houses or countries, you don't see anything of that. Something perhaps familiar to Reed, depending on how history read he is. But these banners all appear to be of, at most, regions, but even species. You know, one of the banners seems to be associated with the dwarves of Dern. Another banner, the blended orcs, minotaurs, and cyclopses that you know as nomadic bands, all together, you know, sandwiched between these armies of the cities of men, not flying their city flags, but something else entirely. All of them, every single one. Following behind this golden visage, carrying a soldier wearing a familiar helm and shield to yours. And, you know, Reed probably, like, is in this moment possibly confused because he's been experiencing a lot of this through the eyes of this being. I believe I did give you his name. Caldric, I believe is what his name is. And he now, like, sees that figure and the perspective, and like sees that figure like wearing this helmet, wearing the shield. And so the eyes that you are seeing through are not the helm's eyes. Like, you're not seeing through that perspective. You're seeing something else looking at the guy wearing the helm, and you're soaring above the battlefield. The breath weapon goes off, and as it comes out, like as the like transition from vision to reality like overlays each other, you see perhaps 100 like kobolds and elves just evaporate like shadows under a bright spotlight. As the breath weapon goes off, snaps back, you've got this librarian, you know, whose chains are rattling in front of you. The screaming of your companions as they, you know, have tripled up Banjo, Rowan, and Kythar against the last, you know, skeletal being, nothing but piles of bones and armor around you. A Tesk, like, holding this, like, bundle of wands that he pulled off of a random shelf. And Simone kind of, like, scampering up the stairs. It is all of your guys' turn. Galfast, you've just arrived back on scene, so you are now, like, you know, map correct. And you see, you know, your party members engaged with this like skeletal figure. Probably make eye contact with Simone, who's just like right across this platform, looking at you as well, and can see that the librarian is now 30 feet in the air, chains like holding him up and like, you know, kind of like expanding out of him. Wilb engaged with him. Reed, are you on Wilb's back, Reed, or are you still on the ground?
I'm on the ground.
Reed on the ground, like spitting up a fucking cone of breath as you like make your way back into the battle. And it's all your guys' turn. What would you guys like to do?
I, oh,
Go, no, go.
oh, okay. So I think now
He's in the air. Correct.
He is 30 feet in the air.
30?
That's right. That's right.
30 feet in the air.
Wilb's size category and reach
Yeah,
is
he's
just
also-
that, like on his tippy toes, he can kind of like swipe at him, kind of thing, you know?
Extending my claws, kind of.
Extending his claws.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna target him. I'm gonna do a strike.
Yeah, and it's been tough. Like Wilb's been coming up with more like vapor and torn ancient robe than like viscera and smoke. You're cool, man.
That's a
I do think that's a miss, depending on what he's got on him, because you guys He is distracted from the. I did forget the detail of the phantasmal orchestra. So Anthony, you can always set the
Yeah.
tone for us musically as Simone at any point if you'd
Mhm.
like, as you have this you pulled one of the Tesk's wands at random. He like handed you. He's like, "This is the best one," and you like fired it off, and this fucking like super intense, orchestra is like blowing horns and banging drums like right in the fucking ear of the librarian. Um, so he is kind of like off his fucking game a little bit. I don't remember how
I think
that's
he takes a
affecting him.
-1. He just takes a -1 to all of his rolls right now.
Yeah, he's got
What I
persistent
remember.
damage on him, which will still be just outside of what you need. Like, are you guys flanking? No. Damn.
No,
No.
especially because he's in the air.
Yeah, he knows that. All right, fair enough. That's a miss. I'm sorry.
What happens? Yeah, that's fine. I'll make sure he's targeted, and I'll do my maps now. Go for.
Mm.
Nope. Then
I'm about to say at a certain
Can you
point.
grapple him?
Is this a ledge right here?
I'm sorry. What?
Is this a ledge right here? Like this
Click-
looks like
click
it's
and
a
hold.
little off
Click and hold.
right here. Like is that cover that I'm trying to get at?
Are you guys seeing a mark? I'm not seeing a mark.
Yes, right here. Right next to Mr.
I
Chainman.
was gonna say 3 units to the right of me.
To the right.
3 units to the right of
Here.
you. Reed, here you
Here,
are.
I'll-
Here?
I'm
I'm not seeing your pings. Maybe I need to
it.
reload. Why don't we both reload? Because I'm not seeing your
here.
pings.
All right. I'll do
I'm seeing Anthony's pings.
Okay, then I've
do this right
reloaded. So
here.
give me a second here.
right here.
I'm still black screen as I reload.
Reloading.
Oh. Off
Right where
on
that
the-
middle mark is.
Oh, now I can see your deal. These are stairs here, and then this is a platform.
Yeah.
This is a platform, and these are bookshelves that come out. So this is all like
Yeah,
this, and this are all about the same level. There's like a railing, obviously
Yeah.
designed to keep the walkway intact here.
Okay.
But it's
So that's a railing.
yeah,
All right. I was just asking because this looks like it was like a little off right here. So I was like, oh, is this cover like I could run up behind?
no, I mean it's bad drawing, but no, yeah, there's not a lot here at the top. It's a lot of it's like the same level. The closest cover you've got is probably like this alcove or this alcove. You know what I mean? That's like a 90-degree angle that you can get behind.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'll stare because I'm behind the railing.
Yeah, but in
right
the
there, so
stairs,
I'll
right?
keep going covered.
You're deep,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep. So I'll just stay right there, and that will be my turn.
Yeah, I'm going to try and strike at him with the extending lance.
Okay, love that. Which you made it a point to get out and is actively in your hands now, so you can just make your attacks with it. And honestly, that hits. You didn't target, but that hits.
Oops. Yeah.
But
I was doing the math in my head and I forgot to target.
Nah, you're cool, man. I'm so glad that you guys
Let's-
like brought those with you. That you guys were like, this is something we can use later. That makes me happy.
I'm gonna roll my second one and then I'll give you damage.
Cool. There you go. Oh, so close, so close. He's not within his striking range, so you're extending outside of his normal striking range, so you're cool there. He can't riposte on that.
So here's damage for the first one.
That would be crazy.
Wah.
Ooh, yeah.
Will that even get through his damage reduction?
Oh,
Well, I
that's
guess is that?
a good question.
Oh, it is
this
holy.
this is your first time hitting with the lance?
Effects with the holy, yeah, it says holy. Effects with the holy trait are tied to powerful magical forces of benevolence and virtue. They often have stronger effects on unholy creatures, which we don't really know. Yet.
No, yeah. Let me see here.
But this is my first time hitting with the lance, connecting with him.
versus non. So it is okay. So so I have to do some manual math here. Then I think I'm gonna hit the button. I think it'll say no damage, but I don't think that's right. So give me a second.
Everyone else is getting their turn ready, right?
Yeah, everybody else is looking at their spell lists and their feats and getting all their shit together.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. Everyone else is doing it.
It says it's going to do a couple of damage, but it's not accounting for it being holy damage, and so it is going to do a little additional on top of that. Still not getting ticket value, right? You know what I mean? Reed definitely feels more resistance on this than his like celestial peachwood fucking crazy ass sword. Like this is definitely less effective, but because he can like imbue it with magic, it's more effective. But like Kythar making the same attack would basically not fucking do a damn thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, cool. So there you go. But it does take some damage.
And then I think I'm gonna move around to this side of the bookshelf to like have some cover.
Again, not a lot of cover. Like he's above you. Like he can look down and see you. Like you'd have to hop down and like tuck up against the bookshelves to have like
Isn't there like
cover.
Isn't there like a
Yeah, there's a railing. Maybe he's 30
how-
feet above you, right? Like he's literally looking down on you.
No. Isn't there like a defensive action I can take?
Oh yeah, you can raise your shield, I believe, and just like increase your AC by a certain number, 2, I think. As a matter of fact, it looks like you have that ability up right now. Raise the shield. Yeah, you're up. So looks like you've got that. I think you probably just have it left on from something else, but but it does technically take an action. So you're good. You got it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh yeah, but you are drained, Reed, and that's the effect of the librarian here. Okay, I think I'm gonna flip the spotlight over to Galfast, who's coming back on scene for the first time here in a little while.
Okay, so I see the one skeleton that Banjo's fighting. Do I see any others?
You see a couple corpses by Simone, just like piles of bone and armor. All of this stuff is pretty well hidden from you just because of the nature of like the height difference in the bookshelves and all that. So I don't think you do. I think this is the only one that you see. But go ahead and give me a perception check. You've been making one of these a turn basically to recon everything else. Now you're kind of like making it to recon as you're back here. As you like make your way back to the first entry chamber and having run basically like a big like figure 8, all the way through this fucking space, you feel confident that like these are all the skeletons that are in these primary chambers. No idea what's behind the magic door. You probably from here can kind of like peek down this corridor, and it's a relatively small like study room that you can see most of the interior of like from where you're standing. Like these are like 20 feet deep, 30 feet deep little like alcove rooms. They don't like open way up into a huge fucking deal. So as you look around, yeah, that's the only one that you can see, him and the librarian.
Okay, I'm gonna have Banjo do a few attacks on the skeleton, and then I'm gonna shoot some arrows at the librarian. Even though I know I can't do much against him, I think I'm gonna be more help there.
Cool, man. Target, do all the things. Roll the dice. Sick. You got him. Who knows what the damage will end up being, but you landed a real one. Critical miss. Nice. That one hits Will, but no, I'm just kidding. Thank you, baby.
Okay, and then I'm now that I'm back, Galfast is going to say to whoever can hear him, he's going to say, I think there may be one or two more skeletons, and there's a locked door that I couldn't make it through. It was magical of some sort. I think if I had enough time, I could get through it, but all of his chains seem to be coalescing in that room. So, yeah, the information from the other side.
Puto, is this locked door? if we threw a fucking Kythar at it, could he break it?
I mean, it's worth a shot, right?
Uh,
Nice.
yeah, Kythar, get to that fucking door and smash. You can't hit the puto in the air anyway.
Pythar's dying.
Said Puto, you know, up there, like as you guys are yelling across the battlefield, is just kind of like looking down, like he'll never make it through the door. None of you will.
And,
he's lost
Even
his
if-
marbles over here.
Even if you did, I'd come back and I'd get you.
I'm gonna say, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm gonna say, oh, I already found out how to open the door.
A
So
gnarled,
we don't have to
a
throw
gnarled
fire.
finger pointed, you know, a like flash of, you know, fucking like undead zombie ghost face. Lies.
I'm gonna try to push through, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I found your secret key in your hiding spot that you didn't want anyone to find. And then I'd like a perception check to see which way he glances.
Oh man, do it with advantage. I love that.
It's his prison pocket.
Is it evil?
Oh, nice. Nice.
The oldest
And they were both high rolls. Look at that. I love when the dice are like, yeah, no, this needs to be good. You know, as he says lies, you're like, oh, I found your secret. I found your key in your secret place. You watch the curled hand, like very quickly retract back and slip into the mid torso region. You know, tattered robes. So there are literally holes and gaps and stuff in it all over the place. So he slides his hand through one of those, and you know, you probably have to squint at this distance, and between the ethereal energy and the flapping cloth and all that stuff, you know, you're looking for something like a key, right? Which is a glint of metal almost always. And you don't see that, and instead see him almost just holding at his side. And when he pulls his hand back and the robe flashes that hole he got it slipped through, you see that one of his ribs is in the shape of a key.
I'm gonna do a toothless grin, knowing that my trick has worked. In the it's just like a pocket sand situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Level of.
Oh man, I do love that. I do love
Psychological damage.
that.
He just looks down, his rib is missing. Oh, they got me. Where did I put that?
Been bamboozled.
I set that down a century ago somewhere. Oh man.
You put a ball in a cup and you're moving it around. You're like, bet your rib, fool.
No, that should be more than that, I think, but not much. Let me see here. That is. Boop. You know, it's not a huge hit, but it does. You know, everything's not quite. System's not quite, because I did Hawk and Franken, shit together, so the resistances aren't quite stacked correctly. Does small damage, kind of same. Aaron, you definitely feel that the pointy arrow part of the arrow is not doing a lot here, and it's definitely that jolt of energy that's tied to it as well. Banjo got his hit. You rolled that. I'm going to apply it. Kind of same deal. This guy is wearing some pretty thick armor, thick leather on the patches in between all the bones. But Banjo's got some real sharp teeth, and he knows how to gnaw right through most of it. Cool. I think that wraps up Galfast, possibly.
Yep, I did 6 attacks total.
Those are many attacks. 6 attacks for more than 6 damage. So, Kythar, what's up? Yeah, Kythar, you're not doing so good, man. Tell us how you look. Tell us how you sound at 17 hit points.
Best he looks because he can't talk. He's raged. He's the dude. He's the dad from fucking South Park. I didn't hear no bell. Just beats the shit. And speaking of which, he's going to try to pick up this guy and throw him over the edge over here just to get him away from him because he knows one more fucking hit might be his last.
Okay.
So he's going to try oversized throw.
Okay, so that is an athletics check first to grapple. And you got to beat his athletics DC, which is not crazy. 35 beats. So you got him in your hands. You scoop him up into your little paws there, my guy. And it's an acrobatics, anything aerial. So it's an acrobatics check to give him a good old toss.
Okay, I'm gonna use a hero point, and I'm gonna do roll the higher.
Okay, that's just fine. That's just fine. Yeah, and the dice are right there, man. I guess we're all on. You know, we're you guys are in lockstep with Destiny tonight. I think, you know, so far we've been, you know, the things we wanted to do have been going no problem. I'm knocking on wood right now. We are look at it. Hey, yeah, 35, man. Let me see here. That is probably up to 20. Perfect world, where do you want this guy to end up, or is it just a blind toss?
Farthest point away I can get him from the stairs to us, so probably like this vicinity.
I'm about to say that's like a tunnel. That's like a hole that goes into the bottom half of the other side. That from here, that's actually that'd be a pretty tight shot. You know what I mean? To make that in there. But a 35.
Well, I have to roll.
I was about to say 35 is pretty solid. I think that what you're gonna do is throw him, but he doesn't have a lot to. He doesn't have like a lot of place to go, right? It's like a super short throw, so you know he's not gonna take quite as much damage from the initial hit. But I think like a stone across water. I think you're gonna like throw him. He's gonna bounce off that initial wall. You know, hit the floor, slam against the other wall. And I think he is gonna almost like pinball in this tunnel just for a minute or so. And to you guys, it's just an absolute like raucous rattling of like the echoing of this like metal clanging against stone as it like bounces and distorts as it like pours out of this tunnel. But that is 10, 20, 30, 40. That's about 50 feet plus, let's call one apiece for the 2 bounces. Yeah, man.
Take those.
Yeah, and you know, the Kythar, as you like throw this guy, you can see that there's a lot of stuff that doesn't necessarily work against these guys. I don't know if Kythar has a word for physics, but like physics works. Big hit, big slam, armor dent, bones powder, you know, like these things are all still true with this skeleton as he, you know, hits in here and just pang, 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 and almost like disappears out of sight, you know, like deeper into the tunnel.
Hey, uglier they are, harder they fall.
Do fucking love that. All right, so that's 2 actions. I'm about to say, yeah. Sweet. Rowan, you're standing there.
So Rowan's gonna he's gonna cast heal on Kythar.
Oh.
He's just gonna do the.
I mean, he's right next to you, so you can just do the touch one. Yeah. Still have 2 actions in your pockets. No need for a fort save. Go ahead and just roll your healing. Nice. Solid, solid. I think you can. I think you can target him and heal him. Yeah. I don't know if you have the authority. No, you got
Oh
you.
no,
Yeah,
healed myself.
it's a little wonky. I got you. We're gonna heal him. I'd love to give you guys that like tactile satisfaction of applying the healing points, but the software sometimes does not agree. Okay,
What are you
so Kythar, you don't got to do nothing. Rowan, what happens? Rowan reaches over and touches you. That much I know for sure. What happens after that is up to him.
Kythar's gonna be like, ooh, do it again, daddy.
Well, I can only do it kind of once for right now. But I'll try to get back to you.
And
And
Kythar's just
then-
gonna grunt in an affirmation.
Rowan, roll me a nature check for me, please. Six. Rowan, you're like having this conversation with Kythar, you know, and like, I'm starting to feel tapped, or whatever, Rowan's magical justification for this is, and my kind of like headcanon for this is that Rowan's been like the Lycan's been like super curious and like asking questions about what's happening as this like combat is unfolding, and I'd like to think that Rowan would like answer them kind of in between moments when he's able. And this like lichen that you picked up that had been like sitting forever, as you're like talking about like not having this and like translating basically for the lichen, they like they like almost like kind of like ruffle up and like grow in size, almost like sea sponges a little bit, and then almost like one of those little like puffer fucking plants. They like mimic basically. They like release like spores, but they basically mimic your heal spell. So go ahead and roll that healing amount again as the lichen like mimics your magic and like creates this like channels the same thing from itself, question mark, like definitely like it doesn't use one of your spell slots, like you don't feel any more tapped for it, but you know that like your magic is the reason for that, cool, love that. And it's literally the same number. Wow, how crazy is that it's an exact duplication. It's a I don't know what your magic looks like, Rowan, but you basically watch this moss do what you just did, like beat for beat, like straight up, just like echo chamber magic, your magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like a flash of green.
Cool. Yeah, they
That's
probably
cool.
they probably do the same. And they're just like they almost have this like childlike wonder about everything, and they're almost like I don't know if Lycan can giggle, but they're almost like giddy to do this. They're like, this is the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me, and they're just like absolutely fucking enthralled with every magical spell and like odd comment that you're making to them about what's happening out here.
Cool.
Cool.
I'll do the heal, and then I'm gonna move to here.
You got one more action in your pockets, is there, sir?
Yeah.
What is it called? And it's filthy.
Yeah,
little
I'll just
pocketses.
cast guidance on myself.
Yourself. I love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Investing in thyself.
Investing in myself. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I as you like cast guidance on yourself and the lichen asks, "What's that?" Like, how does Rowan like respond to them? You know what I mean? Like, how does he describe like guidance and luck and like destiny to a plant? And they're like, "Ooh, what'd you do now? Like, what was that one?"
Well, you know how sometimes you see the breeze and it comes through and it goes this way, but you think it's gonna go that way? That's what I did.
Cool.
Poetic.
um, Wonderful. Is that all your actions, Chris?
Yeah, that's all my actions.
Cool. Okay, moving our way back through the battle here. I believe Simone went through his, Kythar went through his. So, Atesk? Reed? Reed, you
Yeah.
already attacked. So, Atesk, what's up, man?
Untapped, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to pick a wand that I think will do damage to the big guy and use it. So I'm down to roll a
Yeah.
dice. How many wands do I have left, David?
You have 4. Have you used any? I think you only gave Anthony one, and you don't.
Gave one to
You
Simone.
haven't used any of the rest of them. You just have them.
Correct.
Wonderful. I just want to make sure. There are 4 wands left in your bundle, but Tyler, you are like, or not you rather. You're sitting in your chair, but Atesk is standing like on top of a bookshelf. And earlier, Simone like pointed to this thing, and like kind of like broadly gestured around. Like, you're like looking for these wands, and you're like, I've only got 4. But you like look up, and like both of the opposing bookcases have like stashes just all fucking over them top to bottom, and you're like on top of the bookshelf, so there's nothing up here. But you know there are more than just these 4 wands nearby. But if you're gonna pick one up, that depends. Are you bold enough to detect magic again, sir, or would a test just kind of like operate more on instinct?
Teska's going to go instinct right now.
Okay. I do like that. That's just fine.
And this is going to be a Tesk's instinct for whatever it's worth.
So you've decided that a Tesk's instincts are perhaps not his strongest suit, it appears.
In fact, since it's only a D4,
Well, it's like I'm picking a wand.
He's picking
He's
a
gonna-
Oh, he's picking a
he's gonna go.
wand. Oh, he's picking a wand.
picking a
I
wand.
see.
Yeah, he's picking a wand.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. In that case, I need to just do a little. I got to pull up a little thing here. You got to give me just a moment, if you would.
And then he's going to use it.
Of course,
we'll just go right into that.
Of course, he's gonna use it.
Of course.
Why would he not use it? Okay, so we've already given away the most powerful of these ones, but there are lots of different items here. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's see here. A 4 would likely be. Okay, my stream's not up. No, but you're looking for one that you think will cause him damage. I have like a real list of things, so I beg your pardon as I have to sort through them. Oh, this is good. Oh, yes. That's cool as hell. Okay, so what do we roll? The guy doing it rolls it, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have a little off-screen roll here. You gotta give me just a moment. Okay, that's interesting. Atesk, you pull out the wand that you can detect has like the highest like concentration of magic within it still, right? Like, I think he's just kind of working his way down the like potency branch. I think that's probably what a Tesk's equivalent of instinct is like, we're just gonna like start from the most potent and work our way down to the least potent. And you point this wand at it, fire it off, and you do watch a pained face, like a writhing expression from it, but like there are no sparks, there are no missiles, no orchestra or or additional chains, but you do get like a flash of something that I think a Tesk probably has like learned and mastered at a young age, and this is like he knows like instinctually that what he's just fired off is a wand of scrying, which is designed to like peep on people and stuff at great distances, right? And as it as he like feels this connection land with it, these chains run like deep, right? And because and this being is like connected to this place as a whole, and you almost get like an echo of the space itself. But as you like feel it connect, right, and you identify this as a scrying spell, is there any question that a Tesk has? Is there any where in particular that he'd try to follow this, or kind of like angle that he would work, as he has to in a split second kind of like decide like what like how deep into this do I want to go now that I know what spell this is?
Yeah, I think a Test would try and pull the thread of like, what is this guy being most afraid of or protective of, or like what is he guarding? Like get a sense of that and where it is, and just kind of those bits of information, I guess.
Yeah, I want like a spell attack roll from you. I don't know what the right language is, but I think that's it. Do you have a button? Can you just do that, or do you have to like
I do.
do a spell? Yeah, do that. Do me a spell attack, please.
Public?
Yes,
or private?
absolutely. No, public. Absolutely, please. Okay, all right. On that roll, you get to the first closest thing that this thing is protecting, right? And that is like the door that Galfast has told you about, right? Like the places where the chains go. But you can see the other side of the wall where the chains go, right? And you know that what is behind that door, at least from what you can see, are, again, probably also something that only a Tesk would recognize like at a glance. But these are magically warded and protected books and artifacts. This is like very reminiscent of like the restricted section of the college, where there are like very heavy wards placed on stuff to like keep people out and keep things away from like the magical chains like wrap around a lot of this stuff as well. But they do travel out from this room interestingly. Galfast has assured you like, oh yeah, everything goes there, but they do like kind of spurt out as well. And you can tell there is something else, something deeper. And as that like echoing of this space goes off and where these chains run, you like can feel that hallway that you passed out in, and that like space that you and Simone found. You get a glimpse of a like corridor of like reflective surfaces down the other chamber. More space, something back there that's being protected, something back there that's hidden away, something that the librarian both loves and respects, but also despises. And boom, the connection's broken, and you're grounded back on the bookshelves with this like wand of scrying in your hand. That's I think scry is a 2 action, and you can make a 3 action if you like dig deeper. And I think that with his will roll, like you get that back as like him cutting you off. You know what I mean? That was him. He like kicks you out, right? And like turns on his heel, And how dare you? How dare you? And just like fucking like was pissed at Galfast. Is not pissed at you. Like this is the guy that tried to permanently blind you like 30 seconds ago. And he's just kind of like looking at you like, I never forget. I am the library. Is like conjure the magic that he was conjuring that was perhaps once destined for Galfast now seems destined for a Tesk. But it is still your turn.
Ooh.
With an action, I believe.
Yes, with one action. Tesk is going to look around the battlefield, see where all of his compatriots are.
Yeah, you can see them all.
Is Simone in like cover?
Yes.
Yeah, you can only see him from like the chin up as he's kind of like, on the top 3 steps of the stairs, kind of like creating cover for himself.
I'm going to use a warp step and could I just run over there? I guess I could, right?
Yeah.
I could just
it's totally up to you,
move
man.
myself over there. Yeah. I'm just going to run over there. Just gonna run behind somebody. He's like, "Hey, Simone, I think that door. It's got a lot of bad magic in it, but I think there's something else, like deeper.
What do you mean deeper, fool? What does that mean?
Like we got to go down the other corridor that we didn't go down originally, and there's something down there. I think it's the thing we were told to not let out, but we should at least go investigate when we're all done. When we're all done."
Okay. I thought you said like right now, fool. Like I was
No,
like,
not right now. No, we're in a fight. They got this guy. He's gonna kill everybody. Have you seen Tythar?
I'm going to start with you, a task! As it's just fucking like... yeah.
It's a library, fool. You're supposed to keep your voice down.
I love that. Oh, man.
That's the end of my turn.
I love that. Is that the party tapped? You would think that I would like pull this shit up and look at everything and figure out what I was going to do, but
I thought I was gonna move with Ron.
let's see here. Then the knight scrambles to his feet and starts shambling towards you guys, but he's got 1, 2, 3 movements. There he goes. Wow, he's a coming. Oh, you know what? Actually, standing up is an action. It might be. Then that just leaves us with our magicy boy. I have him in my baddies folder. Yeah, you hate to see it, but that's probably the way. How does that read? Make a spell attack. Okay. That's the first thing we gotta do. The button for my spell attack is probably a different spot than your guys's, right? Because I have a... Oh, it's here. It's on the spell. I see. All right, Tyler.
Mine's at the top of my spell book.
What's up?
All right. Mine's at the top of my spell book.
Yours at the top
Just
of
the
your
general
spell
one.
book. Yeah, I have what that number is, but I don't think monsters have like a button for it in that way. I think it's tied to like their individual fucking spells, which...
What am I doing?
You're going to roll I have to roll a spell attack first, but I'm trying to like figure out the best way to do that. I think I'm just going to do this off the other character sheet, give him a circumstance bonus to have him match the other guy, and then go. Oh, hate to see it. Spells can't crit, so that's not bad. A Tesk. This is a spell that you know, but I know that you are pretty well tapped at this point, so I don't know if you have the inappropriate slot to counter it. But this is a pretty big disintegrate spell coming in at you. No,
No, I can't. No, I have a level 2 spells left.
you have level 2 spells left. Those will not counter a level 6 spell.
Nope.
So,
No, they will not.
But
Can I try to counter it? Can I
you
do an Arcana check?
you do an Arcana check and try to counter it. Unfortunately, the forces at play that made those rolls appropriate are no longer at play, and that's about as much as I can say about that. Then I need a just like basic fortitude save. Your DC is 30.
And I think you said you're going to roll with advantage.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. All right, that's what's gonna happen if this fails. All right, it's my last hero point. Let's go.
This is the last hero point, he said. It's the last hero point.
Oh,
That's
a-
okay.
That's a success. That's a success. So and do you have any of those? Your crit successes or your successes are crit successes like feats?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay, so you will only take half of this damage. Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
Okay.
33. It's just 33 damage. You know,
there's no die. I was expecting a wall of dice.
No. It was 12 dice, and they were d10s. But it only came out slightly above average. Not at one of those wild extremes, and you reduced it by half. You're behind cover. But the rest of you guys do see just like this like dark energy channeled through the chains into like the conduit of the librarian's body, and those of you who were in the room when he cast it on the gold, a Tesk, that same like dark, just like jet black, blots out everything, absorbs all light, streaks out towards a Tesk, and he's got his bottom half behind cover, but from about the midriff up, just absolutely the magical equivalent of scorches, Tesk pretty solidly there. Let me see here. He says a fucking quip. Yeah, he does. He's got quips. Oh man, you don't even know.
Don't give me quiplash.
Don't give me quiplash.
wow.
Let me see here.
Who's got jokes?
He's got jokes. He says, "The vault remembers, and the vault punishes." And he fucking, as he like throws this beam of energy, representing some kind of like punishing nature of the vault itself. And that's it for them, because the skeleton moved, and he's just one guy. So, fucking pass. What are you motherfuckers gonna do now? You got no more skeletons on your level. The one on the bottom will be at the top of the stairs next turn, but like Kythar bought you some breathing room with his big toss. You guys are all up there. I want to see some teamwork. I want to see some awesome die rolls. What you got for me?
I'm gonna look at a task. I'm gonna say a task. You would have more hero points if you shared stuff about your personal past. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess I'll take my turn because I'm popping my mouth off. I'm gonna have Banjo do one move to the top of the stairs. Could I know it's 2 actions to hold an action, so could I do 2 actions? So he's gonna hold an action of a bite attack when or if the skeleton gets in range.
Fuck yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Sweet, and then I'm gonna fire 3 arrows. Start off strong. All right.
All right.
I will miss all 3 arrows.
Why? Why does Galfast miss all 3 arrows, Aaron?
So Galfast doesn't mention this, and nobody notices it. But he was squinting. Maybe you saw him squinting at the skeleton when the skeleton was searching for the key, which we all know where it is. Galfast has terrible vision, so if he's not squinting, he can't see. He has 15 vision in each eye. The only
Aaron,
one
this is a make believe game, and
he also
we're
has back
fucking
pain. He has back pain.
He has bad eyes.
make
back
believe,
pain.
and we have bad eyesight. What
and
the
back
fuck?
pain. It's
He also
grounded.
has
It's grounded.
He has crippling school loan debt. Okay,
I know.
make it real for you.
And anxiety.
anxiety, too?
Yeah, there we go.
Anxiety.
Uh,
He's lactose intolerant. Yeah, so the only way, usually what he does the hand trick, how if you do that with your hand, you can perfectly
yeah, pinhole.
But he didn't do that this time, so terrible vision.
Oh my god, that's fucking great. I love that. Okay, great. A bunch of arrows go absolutely wildly wide. Who's up?
Have you ever shot that thing before?
I got health potions, but not for you, pussy.
I'm gonna strike at him with my lance.
Before
Oh,
you
no,
do
no,
that,
go ahead.
while you're the Wilb sees that you're like lining up your whatever, he's gonna make, sweetie, just get on the other side of him. Jesus Christ, I thought you'd see this. Aren't you like a warrior?
I don't know. I mean, can we flank him if I'm below him?
Don't you have a long pole that allows you to attack him? So wouldn't that mean that if he's within your supposed range of the pole, that means that you can flank him, puto? He's making me say it now.
Maybe, I misunderstood the rule then. I thought I had to be adjacent to them. Then
You are adjacent, sweetie, but just within attack. I mean, within your range of your weapon.
There you go. So now I will swing at him now.
Hold on,
Anthony.
David,
Take your hero point for your in role play mechanical assist.
Make sure, David, that he is flat-footed now because he was flanked.
You got it. Give me just a second to pull that up.
Thank you. So before you attack, sweetie. And in the in-game version of it, I'm gonna say that like Wilb and I'm gonna go on a limb here and say and Reed are like making him off balance because he's still attached to the chain, right? And he's used to like the freedom of the
Standing
chain.
on the chain.
But right now, yeah, exactly. Reed and Wilb are standing on the chain.
Oh, I do
So
like
he
that.
can't go any higher.
Oh, I really
He can't
like
go
that.
any higher. He can't really move around, which is causing him to be like, and the noise from the fucking, and Reed, as you get closer, you just hear, doosh, 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 like over and over and over again.
Oh man, that's
Like, it's not affecting you as hardcore, but you can tell, like, being up that high is just like completely fucking him. And if it wasn't for, that cannon happening at his last spell, like Atesk would have just been, a pile of clothes like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
All right, now I will make my strike. There we go.
ooh, but you're still gonna have to roll higher than a 4. Yeah.
Cool. So we'll do it.
1 is not higher
Not
than
on-
4.
Not on that one either.
And neither is
Aaron,
a 3.
What the hell?
Or a 4.
Welcome.
Aaron
Welcome to my
Aaron is
domain.
exuding negative aura from.
Yes.
No, we need to restart the server. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna
Yeah,
restart.
have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? Tapped.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna
tap.
make my attacks.
Yep.
Okay. Go.
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it.
Finally.
Oh
Okay,
man.
and then I'm just gonna roll my maps really quick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Back to
Oh my
back.
God.
Back to back.
Yep,
Oh,
there it
man.
is. So I'm gonna roll my crit then.
The plurality.
Oh, Lord.
6, and he has to roll a fortitude save.
Okay, let me make that first. He is quite
Yeah.
fortuitous. He's quite everything. But
Yeah.
he is least fortuitous out of all the things he is. So,
He's very old.
Oh, he just meets it. God damn it.
oh. This guy's been
What a
the master of like, I don't have to roll much, so I'm gonna roll one higher than that number. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
been.
Oh
That's
no,
been
he
his,
meets it 27. Like that's the bullshittery of it. Right
yeah.
at exactly where you need it to
I
be.
mean, that's still halved instead of full, right?
No. That's just impactful. On a critical hit, I can force the target down. So I could have forced him down
Oh,
5 feet. Yeah.
I see, I see, I see, I
Yeah.
see,
So
I
he'll
see.
still take the full damage
Oh,
depending on whatever.
actually, he should be rolling at disadvantage because he has your orchestra behind him. So, you know, could come out.
Worse or
Yeah.
better.
It's all right because it's disadvantage,
It's
so
okay.
it's still the worst result. You know,
Yeah.
it's the same. But I wanted to give you your fair
Yeah,
shake
yeah,
at that. I am like, there's not a, I need to draw a little like man with a trumpet or something so that I remember.
Yeah. No, it's okay. But either way, it's still you should apply that damage.
I will
And I
do
don't know if
that.
he's going to be taking his critical attack onto me or not.
He absolutely will, but I of course want to make sure that he's still alive because your attack has takes precedence over his as it is your turn.
And I think persistent fire as well.
Okay, so we're gonna deal damage. It hits the persistent. When you take
Yeah.
when do you take the persistent?
At the beginning of my next.
Got it. Well, I didn't give him. He also has some vitality permanent damage, so I'm gonna hit that on him really quickly because I think I missed that on whoever's turn it was. Um,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was.
know it's a little hidden, the little button that you have to click on.
yeah. Okay. So that.
Wow,
Boom.
out of 56 damage, he only takes 10 of that.
No. That's
Wow,
from
crazy.
the persistent. That's from the persistent. The
Oh, nice. Okay,
he took 39 damage of your 50 some odd damage.
gotcha. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's great. You guys are finding, and I think that Simone and Will were probably honestly good roleplay targets for that, right? That would like know where it's the equivalent of finding the the breach in the armor, but like the magical version of that. You're like probing around and seeing what spells are hitting and what attacks aren't, and like trying to find that like space where you can get to him, and I think that's what happens here.
That's what I mean. We work as a team, and that's the only way that we've been able to take these putos out is by probing. You're trying to do random stuff. Sometimes it looks stupid. Sometimes it doesn't work. But sometimes you have to tell your party where to stand. Tell them, give them their marks on the stage, But it eventually, hopefully, will work out.
Yeah,
And that's the end of my turn.
this is it's quite the party you've got here, I guess, is what we'll say about that. I can't draw that much closer to it. Okay, you guys still have stuff out there, so who's next? Who's got what?
Oh yeah.
Your big boy is much easier to hit now that he's being flanked and off guard because that affects him, not you guys. So even those of you who might be attacking from other places still get that benefit.
Let me see. Where? If I do. Damn, I won't reach. I'm gonna get behind here. Probably dumb. I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. I'm at my max.
They're at your max. That's your max? Oh, you were like way over here though, right?
Yeah.
What? Let me see here. For the low price of an acrobatics check, you can try and jump across the stairs.
Well, I was actually right here.
Oh,
so...
you were there. Oh, I see.
Yeah. So if you allow me to go here, I'll do acrobatics check for a 1
Yeah.
there.
Try and get you more of a straight line. I think I can get you to end adjacent. I don't think I can get you there with an action, but I think I can get you to end adjacent. Fuck yeah, man. Successful jump.
Right
One
there.
movement, yeah, and then you should be able to slide right on up in there. Although he is in the air, so you will also need to pull out your lance, which does take an action. Unless you're gonna throw your fucking hammer, I guess.
You need to invest in some jumping, buddy. No, we need to make you.
I do have
Limber.
Thunderstrike. I have Thunderstrike. That's a spell.
Thunderstrike.
Yeah.
Which
you
really
call
is
down
Thunder
to-
Fart for Kythar.
Yeah, well, let's see if I can hit
Gross.
him. Okay, so I'm gonna target him, and then I'm gonna cast Thunderstrike. He's within range.
You just have Thunderstrike? That's got to be a feat or something crazy.
Yeah, I forgot why I have it.
I'm about to say,
He got
I gave you a one-time
from-
Thunderstrike outside on the giant, but that was specifically tied to the giant.
Was that my tattoos?
Oh, your tattoos might do it.
Yeah, my arcane tattoos. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's sick as fuck. Cool, man. Then
That'll do it.
that's yeah, but because you're not a real casty caster, it's a pretty low DC for the reflex save.
I mean, come on, let's dice roll in my favor tonight. Let's go. I'm gonna eat those words.
Yeah. So what is Kythar casting a spell look like? As you know, I don't know if the party's ever seen it outside of like some really obscure circumstances.
Think about Thor just like muscling up and screaming hell loud, and just his tattoos around his body light up, and just a big ass thundercloud. Well, not big ass, but a thundercloud in our general area comes down and shoots down some lightning.
It shoots down some lightning.
Thunder, sorry.
No, it does both. It does both. It does 1d12
Yeah.
electricity, 1d6, d4 sonic, so it does both.
Yeah.
But as your clouds gather and your electricity goes to strike, it strikes, but it strikes one of the chains before it strikes the librarian, and you watch that energy like diffuse through that chain, hit another one, and almost like just be scattered through all of them. His reflex modifier is 23. He cannot fail that. He cannot fail that roll.
No, come on, hey, I want to see a nat 1, dude. Let me see a nat 1.
And that one is still a 24. That's what I'm saying.
Just give it to me, man. Just give it to me.
Oh,
Come on,
man.
let me see a nat 1.
We had this talk when we were, do we want to switch over from Pathfinder 1st Edition to 2nd Edition? One of the things we talked about was that nat 1s and nat 20s work differently, and we fucking... And I do push those when I can. I don't think this is that time. Because truthfully, in roleplay, like, Kythar, he has this, but this has got to be like, in your whole adventure, you've used this never once, you know what I mean? Like, this is not something that Kythar does. A test does magic all the time. This guy does magic all the time. So I think it's just like an outclassed moment, you know what I mean? I think that Kythar, like, truly puffs out his chest and expects this thing to go off gangbusters like it does every time. And then when it just, like, immediately diffuses... you know what I mean? Like, and it does not even appear difficult for the librarian. Kythar's already enraged. He can't be happy about that.
Yeah. Alright.
Doesn't sound like he's happy about it.
Let's go. Let's move on.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Trying to create roleplay space. Just want to make sure we're giving enough spotlight to everybody during combat. Who's next?
Roland's gonna move up towards the big baddie, and then as he He's going to cast Slashing Gust.
Slashing Gust. That's some kind of save, right?
It's
Go ahead and roll your damage anyway, and I'll try and figure out what it is.
roll my attack, or
Oh yeah, roll your attack. Excuse me. Yeah. I thought it was a reflex or whatever save on his part. It's not. It's one of those like spell attack ones. You are gonna need to muster more than that, Rowan. As you know, as your slashing gust comes in, there's almost like the shockwave of Kythar's diffused thunder, and it like disperses the air at like immediately after you gather it and discharge it. This whole thing just like flashes of light, the crack of a like sonic boom, and the whoosh of like a harmless breeze blowing backwards past you, Rowan.
okay. Oh, and that'll be Rowan's turn.
That'll be Rowan's turn.
Hey Joe, that was a pretty big slice you put in there.
I tried.
I'm about to say, do you have an action still, or did you move up here before you did all that?
Yeah, I did 2 moves.
Okay.
and
Cool. Then anybody else? I'm not keeping track.
Should be a test.
A test.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around for any wands near me.
You don't even need to like roll to see if like by chance there are some. You look around, and this place is almost like designed to have one of these bundles within reach at any point in the bookshelf. So there's another like jar with wands in it. But go ahead and give me just like a regular D20 roll, just like a standard luck roll. We're gonna see what's happening here. We're gonna see what's going on. I said yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Atesk, you see this like bundle of fucking wands in it, and you pick it up, and there's a bunch of like papers that like scatter, and a bunch of them like fall to the floor. And you pick up those papers, and you realize they're scrolls. They're like magical spell scrolls, and so like a stack of like a dozen spell scrolls just like scatter at your feet, and you like scoop them up as you like grab this bundle of wands off the shelf. And you are now in possession of roughly a dozen mystery wands and scrolls of varying powers. Some of which are like, I'm going to use a game term here because it quantifies things really well. These things are like 6th and 7th level spells that are in some of these things, like the higher end like spells that you're packing here. And on a nat 20, the stuff that's there is the stuff that's there. But as you stare into the fucking mirror that shows you your heart's desire, right? Like, what kind of spell, what family of magic, what would you really like there to be here? What's Atesk hoping for?
Atesk is always hoping for arcane magic, especially the really big stuff. So like everybody loves a good disintegrate.
Yeah, of course they do.
I think he also learned.
Right back at him.
I mean, he also likes zero gravity. I think he thinks that one's cool.
Okay.
And then let's see.
What do I have?
Another big.
That's not good.
I don't know. Prismatic spray is another one that he's seen. He's never used. He's seen it though.
He's seen it though.
You said 6 and 7. I've never really looked at 7 yet. So
He's never really looked at 7
6,
yet.
7.
There's not. Oh boy.
well,
There's not a ton of this stuff. Okay.
be whatever.
Yeah. I think that. God, I want to give you one of two things, and I can't really decide which is going to be more appropriate. So I think I'm going to ask.
Oh.
I think I'm going to ask you, Tyler.
Oh no.
I think I'm going to ask you because I do want to give as much power to those like natural 20s, those like highest rolls as we can. I think these like kind of chance based things are very like good opportunities for that. Would you value more in this moment something that could like bend time as a like almost like a contingency or a kind of like protective thing, or would you rather, or are you trying to inflict as much damage on the
Damage.
librarians? The damage? Yeah, okay,
The
great.
test doesn't like this guy. Yeah.
Tess doesn't like
Yeah.
this guy. Then
Mhm.
Fuck you, Professor Snape.
Yeah.
Expelliarmus!
tell me what to do. Tesk will turn to Simone and like with his hands full of like wands and papers and be like, Simone, look what I found.
Your homework?
It's scrolls and wands and stuff. I know you pointed them out, but there's look at all these. They're so cool. I've got, and then I'll wait till David tells me what I have.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I'd like pre-generated a list, so I'm trying to like find something off the pre-generated list that is like
We'll
close.
be like, and I'm gonna stop him before you start, so to give David some time to
Thank you.
look it up. And we'll be
Yeah.
like, well, hold on, fool. Why don't you give one of those wands to fucking Galfast? I don't know if you saw the last 3 arrows, fool, but I think he was going for the fucking longest shot, not the most accurate.
Yeah, I hear school violence is really out of control over there.
Well, where is Calfast? Haven't seen him in.
I don't know. Just follow the missed arrows, fool. You can probably find where he's at.
They're so silent and sneaky. I have no idea where he is. I was looking at all these wands.
I was looking at all
Their
these
Galvast
ones.
like giggling.
He's like,
Yeah.
Spells.
Right
I
behind
get so many
you.
spells.
I'm
Look at all
always
the
ready.
loot.
Six-pack me.
See,
Bite
this
the
is
ankles.
better than gold. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm here.
Homework.
Well, the paper
Oh, okay. So homework.
and the wands.
Okay, so are you gonna use that actual spell, Puto? Like,
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
gonna do here?
I'm gonna use this one.
And what does it look like? Describe it to me, Tyler. Describe it to me,
Man.
Tyler.
Tyler,
What it
yeah.
looks
What's
like.
that wand? What's that wand look like, Tyler?
Yeah.
It's a. I thought it was a piece of paper. I thought it was gonna be a scroll. I thought it was gonna be a
Okay,
piece
so
of paper.
what
Okay,
does the scroll look
It
like?
can be a scroll, yeah.
It's got frayed edges. It's more tan in color. The ink is black. There's symbols on it. Of varying size and shape and angle. They've
Arcanic symbols, demonic symbols,
Oh, it's all
otherworldly.
it's all arcane. It's
It's
all
like
arcane.
runes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Whatever the college writes, their spells in. It's spell lingo. That's what they call it. Spell lingo.
I think
Spellingo.
this.
Stop.
I think
I'm
this is
about
the
to spellingo.
closest. Okay, Tyler, can you take that spell and fire? Can you take that wand and fire it off, just like mechanically, through the game system the way it's supposed to go before I like spoil the surprise and we go around it?
Is it in my inventory?
It is not in your inventory. I guess I could have put it there. I made like a loot pile right next to you, but I guess I could have put it in your inventory. That would have been smarter.
Let me take it from the loot pile.
Great.
I have no way. It doesn't tell me what it is. I can't see it.
It
It
doesn't
just
tell you what
says
it is, so you can't like equip it
the
and
name
try
of
it.
this
or anything.
object is unclear.
You have to, David. You have to click the icon right next to it to identify.
Demystify it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to homebrew this a little bit anyway. So, Tyler, I would love a spell attack roll from you, same as before.
Okay.
Go ahead and target our boy, slam it in there, do the thing. Um, if your spell attack changes with the spell level that you use, add yourself a +1 modifier for the 7th level spell that you don't have, kind of thing. And if it's the same, then just roll it.
Yeah, no, I think it's the same.
Okay, cool. 32. With him being off guard and fucking all fucked up and shit, I think that will do it. Especially for this, depending on what he rolls. Oh, I wish. Can I demystify that roll? That's crazy. He rolls a 31. Tyler, a Tesk. You fish out the strongest wand that you can feel with the most aggressive energy, and if I'm being honest, there's probably just a touch of gut feeling that is associated with it that, I know that a Tesk has some mixed feelings around that, but he levels this thing at the creature and pours as much of himself into it as he knows, as he's able, right? And not knowing what it is, as it hits, a Tesk knows this is not a fireball. This isn't like a barrage of any kind. This is a spell designed to trap things. This is a spell designed to lock things away. And this is a spell designed to siphon magic when and if it is possible. And as it fires off, I don't know, Atesk, if you know this spell by heart or not, or if it's one that you've, come across or what have you, but...
He dabbles. He dabbles in banishment from time to time.
He dabbles in banishment. Okay, great. Then identify item. That is a wand of return to essence, which is basically like...
I can see it now.
Yeah, is basically... I just unlocked it for you. Is basically the wand that you would want to use if, like... This is like Simone's worst nightmare, right? Like, this thing can, like, possibly on a crit fail from a really powerful mage, this could, like, potentially permanently sever the, like, connection between him and his Eidolon. This is designed to, like, it's almost like concentrated counterspell or like unravel time, mixed with, if time were the mechanism side of a padlock, right? And as this thing goes off and he fails his will save on your 32, this extremely willful being rolls incredibly lowly, in part due to his disadvantage from this ghostly, performance occurring behind him. And you guys watch as the chains like start to, because you guys have those chains, right? You're like on top of them. They start to vibrate. They shake you guys off. They start pulling and winding. If this were a winch, you'd be hearing the wheeze as they just very quickly, serpentine. And as they do, they literally like pull and shred the librarian apart. And you guys watch his like ethereal body, just like the robes that he's wearing get like torn up, and like there is like nothing left but a headless, bodiless, almost like rib cage and spine, right, which fall from from 30 feet up, break and scatter on the ground, sending chips of ancient bone, flying in all directions. Uh, but I think that as far as a Tesk knows, he has unwound this thing's magic. He has returned it to the essence. But because, it was not a 7th but an 8th level spell, you can restore an expanded 4th level spell slot, Tyler, as you siphon off this guy's fucking magic.
Oh, shit.
You can just like pop one of those spell slots right in your pocket there. As you pull this off of him, he like ceases to be. The chains persist though, as he's just kind of like ripped apart. And his kind of like dying refrain is something along the lines of, if you're still here when I return, I will slay every one of you. And then he's gone. The chains are like writhing and rattling. You see the link starting to like corrode. But they're still there. They're still intact. They're not like attached to anything anymore. All of the pieces that like went into the librarian just kind of like fall where they're at and then get retracted through, and they're still winding through bookcases and floors and walls, but with no obvious anchor point other than the magical door on the other side of the room. As they do, you guys have one lonely little skeletal knight down here who I think really needs to be turned into some bone meal. So does anybody else have actions left? Because if not, he's going to have to take his whole fucking turn to get up here. So, I can move him and then we can go. What's up?
I just have my held action. I'm going to attack him as he shows up.
Okay, yeah. So if you guys don't have anything, or we'll kind of move. He's one guy at this point. He'll move up. He's coming up the stairs. Banjo gets his attack.
Bam.
Hit. Roll the damage.
Bam.
Bam. Bam. Great. He's up here. Turn resets. Everybody's got a fresh round of actions. Fuck him up, boys.
All right, Kythar, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, you guys who've been standing impotently on the ground, now's your time to shine.
Impotently.
I will switch to my celestials.
Right, is an action to do that, an action to get over there, presumably.
Yeah. And then I'll swing.
Swing it. Swing it. Nice.
Now, finally.
You still have the Wraith targeted. It still hits, but it might actually crit.
Oh, oops.
That actually crits. So go ahead and roll your double damage.
Oh.
That's already doubled. But we'll do it. So perfect. Let me put a little skull on him. Okay. With that, and then this guy doesn't die. He just kind of is gone. He just kind of is gone. I'm just gonna move him off map, I guess. Okay, great. Bringing you guys out of combat and, like moment by moment initiative order. There may be other skeletons around, as per Galpass warning. But if they are, they're not like here. They're not in this chamber. So as you guys come out of combat, this seems like a pretty good time to take a break.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Anybody got a momentum thing they want to say real quick while we're here?
Yes, right. Kythar, when we exit combat, do you also exit rage?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna immediately run over to Kythar and like catch him as he falls, like out of rage, because I'm assuming the amount of damage he took. That's like how much. That's the only thing like keeping him up. Yeah. And I immediately pour half of my bottle of alcohol down his throat.
Oh man, I do love that. And I think that our boy here is an alcohol healer or some stupid shit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, hold
I
on.
do
I'm
like
trying to remember
if
if
you
it's on
notice
this
that
character or not.
if you look at this though, like there's a whole stages of alcohol drunkenness. If you
Right.
notice, like
Yeah, but the problem is that set 12 DC Fortitude. Like, come on now, Kythar can't fail that. So you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
why
but
you
that's
have
stage
that's why you have some
7.
exotic liquors in the world somewhere, right? Like, you
Yeah,
know,
this is just standard alcohol.
right? Yeah.
I think that was my other character.
Was that your
with
other
drunkenness.
character?
But what, either
Yeah.
way, but what would
I'm about to say
roleplay
from a
wise, what would
roleplay
Kythar
standpoint.
do?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets his fucking second wind. I would say. Can I roll like a D10 to see how much that heals me? Just a straight D10.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it. That seems reasonable. Make a reasonable request, get a reasonable answer. You know. And the gods agree. It's just a little pick me up. It's just a little pick me up. Oh
Ah.
man.
Thanks, brother. So he
So
comes
you
out.
just-
The canon for me for that is that Kythar is drinking it so greedily that like most of it's going down the side of his face, you know, and he's not actually getting that much of it in his mouth.
It started off me pouring it into his mouth, and just I look at the bottle, and he already has his hand on it.
I know. Tongue's inside the bottle looking for the last drop, just like looking.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's fucking great.
Where the fuck did he get a straw from?
I know, right?
Great. Well, we're just about 9, so you know, let's call it 9:10. We'll be back here, and you know, you guys will be out of combat, be able to kind of explore the space for the first time without there being like pressure, and you guys can have some talkies and figure out what you're gonna do next. Let's be back in 10.
Talkie. All right, sounds
10
good.
minutes.
All right. Yep.
10 minutes out.
10 minutes, mate. We'll be back. we are officially live. Welcome back, y'all. You guys have just defeated the librarian and his skeletal knights. You guys are standing in this place, which I will remind you is this like archive space, right? Is this like place that has floor to ceiling, stack. Asterisk. These are vibe checks, right? Like, we have this specific like two-tiered structure here, right? But there's just so much here, right? And this is just like the one side, right? And like Galfast is like, yeah, there's a whole ass other side with a magic door over there. But as a reminder, like, this is where you're standing, right? Like, this is where you are right now. In the wake of this, there are still ethereal chains running through, floors, walls, bookshelves. A lot of them like passing through that wall with the magical door in it. But you guys are kind of like out of combat, right? And are in this library space. The room previous has the like stone or like suits of metal army. Simone and Atesk have discovered the kind of like next chamber has this fucking like dais in it. And then there's another chamber that goes further that Atesk has gotten a glimpse of. But you guys are here. There's not, an immediate threat. As you kind of like catch your breath and have a moment. What's next for the motley crew as you stand here in this place?
What did you do to him, Atesk? And could you have done that the whole time?
No, I grabbed a wand and then I used it. Got a whole pile and I'm still holding like most of the, because the test just like picked up the wand while still holding all the other wands and like cast it, but still arms full of wands and papers. Like, I found all this.
Did he die or is he just?
Oh, I'm not. I think he could come back. I just don't know when. But I'm not sure. Maybe I broke the spell. Maybe he's just away for a while. I'm not 100% sure.
Should be quick about what we do then.
We need your fucking helmet, fool. Come on. I'm gonna start leading the party down the corridor with the puzzle.
Just to like make it brief while we're running down the corridor, I'm gonna like tell them everything I saw in the helmet.
Okay.
Well, I have a chance to give that to them.
Well,
they might need a real life reminder. Yeah, that was a while ago. So.
Yeah.
I want to say I don't know if we have that time. When you guys saw me do the first I don't know if you'd call it divine energy or radiant energy attack. I mean I don't even really know what came out of me. I didn't quite see what came out of me either. Whenever I used the helmet the first time, it looked like I was a dragon in a really ancient battlefield. And I was definitely a gold dragon. I don't know if that's
wasn't that like in your book, Butho?
Well, I only know of two dragons that were made of gold. There's Onyxia and now Cade, and I don't know if Cade. I don't know. And those are the only two that I know.
The armor, right?
Cade is the one who made the armor, and then the second time I used it, I saw the. Oh jeez, I just saw his name.
Calfric?
Is it Caldric?
Yes.
I have Calfric. I don't know this yet, but I think I've Calfric.
I saw the previous holder of the armor wearing the armor. I wasn't wearing the armor.
His name was Caldric.
I'm about to say I'm gonna make a call here. I think That is the spelling. No, hold on. That is the spelling.
In general,
Caldric, yeah.
Aldrich. I saw him wearing the armor. I wasn't wearing the armor when I delivered the attack.
And that was the Golden Dragon, Caldric?
No, the golden dragon is either Onyxia or Cade or another dragon that we don't know of yet. And
He was golden dragon.
I mean, this was a war of every tribe, person, or group all over Valmina.
And we're
So,
moving through the. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so you guys are like moving
the-
through the library space, and the library does have a couple of like hallways and corridors that you have to like get through before like you're out of the library kind of thing. And you know, kind of like I imagine Simone's just kind of like leading you guys through this space.
Yeah.
Can I do something as we're walking through?
Of course.
So we're talking about history. I know nothing about any of this, and you know I'm hearing all these names. We're in a library. I've been to a library before, presumably, although I'm not a big book guy. Do I see like a section on history? Could I snag a book that jumps out to me? Maybe there's a picture of a dragon on it, or something that says a brief history of the the wars circa whatever year.
Yeah.
Do I see anything like that?
I do love that. I do want a skill roll here. I need just a moment to discover which skill roll I want from you.
And
I may ask for a hand at this. I'm going to say, oh, there's a lot of history. We got all these books. Maybe somebody can help me find them.
That's a big.
I don't know anything about this.
That's a big
we may
society
be-
check, is what that is for sure.
In an attempt to maybe get advantage here or something, or to narrow our search, we may. I have a feeling this may be the first war of Alzareth, which was the end of the First Age. So looking around at least that time.
Yeah, does anybody have society? I'm looking through.
Yeah, so Simone,
that's how
you realize that that Reed and Galfast have kind of like peeled off and have started like looking up and down the racks here as you're 5 or 6 steps ahead of them now.
I'm gonna say like, Reed, I need you. You can keep looking for your puto ass book, fool. Come on, Reed, let's go. A-test.
Kythar, give him a hand.
What? I was looking at the
Say
books.
that again.
What? I was looking at the
I'm
books.
gonna start throwing people up on top. What are we doing?
Simone, you didn't want them to. You don't want to help look for a book because we're walking, or
No, you guys can keep looking for the book. Reed, let's go. A-test, let's go.
those are the 2 people that know how to read. You realize that, right?
I know. As Simone pulls
His name
these
is
2
Reed.
guys away and like disappears quickly around the corner as you like are stopping to glance at spines, and they're getting 2 bookshelves away, 3 bookshelves away, 4 bookshelves away.
Hey, Rowan. Hey, Rowan, can you help me look
Yeah.
for this?
Yeah, I can give you a hand.
I'm gonna say, hey, Kythar, can you give me a boost?
How far do you want me to throw you?
How far? Say that again.
How far do you want me to throw you?
Just on your shoulders, please.
Kythar, for some reason, knows how to do the cheerleader toss-up, like grab him by the waist. All right, 1, 2. He doesn't count to 3. He just gets to 2 and fucking launches them up in the air.
And up they go.
And he's falling back down and catches him on the shoulder.
I do a perfect plie in air.
I think that
I pirouette as I land.
I think because everybody who's left behind is pretty dismal at this skill. I think I'm going to ask for a society check from all 3 of you guys as
Great.
you're kind of like going through here.
We got a 4.
Yeah, that's about right.
Intelligence
We have
0.
Average.
Rowan!
Oh my guy, my guy. Yeah, you guys are like going through this. As you're looking through Kythar, you can't even really tell a like scroll from a loose page from the difference between a fully bound tome and a piece of paper, and that's where you're like understanding
This is
ends.
canon. I don't know why you have to describe this. You're aware of this.
So,
Like, why is all this
Not
toilet
new.
paper
so,
around
so
here?
Kaithar has just brought you, Galfast, just
Smells like
the
cheese.
physically largest books that he could find on the shelves. You know what I mean? They're just like the biggest books that are out there. And as you
It's
look
just
at
a
it,
big picture book.
I was about to say,
He's like, yeah, that's right, Kaithar. That's a bucket.
oh,
A
man.
brief history of apples.
It.
There's
Oh, man.
Gala, Hank, Granny Smith,
Galfast, as
Fiji.
you're kind of going through these, without like stopping to do a full cruise, right, just on like a drive-through look here kind of thing. I think that Galfast probably sees a few like items of value, like nothing historical, but he does see a few like items of value, a few more of these like wands, magical trinkets. He spots like an odd ring that he's like, oh, that's, if that ring is here, it probably is something special. You know what I mean? But nothing that's like a true history tome. Rowan, can you tell me like what his strategy is, or like, we know Rowan has a great outcome here. So like, do you have a bit of like, role play for us here as you're kind of shuffling through these shelves, knowing you're going to come up with something great here?
No, I guess he would just kind of.
You talk to the books are made out of paper and trees.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. He's going through and he's like looking at each title, kind of talking to the books, asking them for help, and then going to the next one, looking at it, every so often. Is this it? Is this it?
Oh, man.
Going through them.
That one's made out of skin.
Um,
Of
Oh,
the
that's
genial.
That's why
Oh,
that one was
nice.
so quiet.
See, you say that, right? But Rowan, you are drawn to like one book in particular, because of the, it's hard to describe it other than something like the energy stored in it, right? And what really catches your eye is that it has the same symbol on it that like a Tesk carries on his robes. And as you like, take it down and you like, flip it over and look, this is like, start flipping through. There are a bunch of like names in this book. There are a bunch of, some of them look like they're possibly like courses. Some of them are like spell specialties. But this, like, as you come back, this is like a physically larger book than most of the books that Kaithar has brought back, and he's brought the biggest ones he can. But yours is like, is easily like some kind of like comprehensive history of the like college itself, and the like most recent date that you can find in it is 1,000 years ago, right? And so, so you come up with this like historical archive codex, like some just like, book that's just full of the like names of people and places related to the College of the Arcane Arts, like, agents they had out there and schemes that were, underway. And, you've got this big like playbook basically, like in your hands.
Okay. He's gonna turn to everybody, or turn to Galfast and Kaithar, and just point to them and go, "Ooh, check this one out!" And he's gonna point to the college symbol on the book.
Oh, great. The one I found isn't quite that good, and Kaithar found one on fruit. So grab that one. Maybe that'll give us some background info.
Okay. And Rowan's gonna grab the book.
and you guys, scamper down the hallway to go catch up with the rest of your team. I need Kythar, Rowan, Galfast, and I feel like I'm missing somebody. Kythar, Rowan, Galfast, and Reed to all make a will save for me, please.
Is this everybody that was in the library?
This is Kythar, Rowan, Galfast, and Reed.
I'm gonna burn a hero point for that one, I think. Oh, sorry, that was a reflex. God damn it. My reflex and will are the same.
Okay, well, if they're the same, then we'll take it. Yikes. Okay. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. I guess I need to make a little roly poo of my own here.
And then suddenly, their eyes start melting out of their heads.
My marrow!
My leg.
My leg. I know that's our SpongeBob my leg guy is Simone saying my marrow. You guys are passing through these hallways, and I think that particularly those of you who cleared 30, Kythar, Galfast, you guys can't shake this feeling that you're being watched. There's nobody down these hallways. They're winding. At any point, you can see all the way to one end and the other, once you're out of the library. But probably Kythar, or probably Galfast, it's that criminal nature, right? It's probably that part of him that, is always on lookout for the law. He, feels like he's right. He has this feeling of being under a watchtower. Kythar, I'm sorry?
Galfast is a criminal?
Shocked Pikachu face.
Yeah.
But
Can you use reactions out of combat?
yeah, I mean, assuming that they're appropriate, for sure.
I have inspiring resilience.
Okay. Just link it.
Allies within 30 feet of me gain a +1 circumstance bonus against will saving effects.
Oh, that's nice. Or +2 if it originated from the undead. That is very interesting. Yeah, that's fair. Well, actually, what'd you roll? 29.
I rolled a 29.
Yeah, with your bonus, you clear 30, so we'll call that close enough. Yeah, to get that off. So just enough for that spidey senses are tingling kind of thing for Breed, probably. But after a short walk, the first ones to emerge are the ones that Simone pulled through, right? Himself, Reed, and Atesk. So the three of you emerge, and you can hear the footsteps of your companions, come echoing off the halls coming behind you.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys step back into this space, which is a reminder, is this large area that has this huge, almost glyph plate, on the ground with this cylinder in the middle of it. On top of the cylinder is a plaque that in all languages reads, "Some weapons are best left forgotten." And there are the bases of statues all around, but they've been melted down, destroyed. There's scorch marks on the floor and walls around the fucking statues. And Simone, the last time he was in this room, was looking at the orientation of it, and it looked like they were blown in from the outside of the ring rather than out from the inside of the ring.
So I'm gonna go to Reed and be like, "Hey, fool, put your helmet on. What do you see?"
I'm gonna
Look
put the helmet on.
specifically at these statues, Puthos.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the helmet on. I'm gonna look at the statues. Is there anything that's written on the statues that we wouldn't be able to see if after it was melted? Before it was melted, I guess.
No, but only because, Reed, you're not seeing statues.
Oh.
You put the helmet on and you are seeing like people standing around, and people is a loose term. You're seeing folk standing all around here, right? And as you swivel your head, you definitively recognize not one but two of these faces that are around this ring. And actually,
I know those two.
you know what I want from you, Reed?
Yeah.
You know what I want from you? I want a religion check from you, Reed. That's what I would love to see from you.
Ooh.
Okay, not bad, not bad. You recognize two of these faces. One of them is Cade. Is standing.
Cade's here.
Is here. And this is a memory, right? This is an echo of something past. You know, there is obviously some kind of like ritual or ceremony going on, and kind of like looking around the rest of this ring, you can see what are undoubtedly like either very high ranking or very important or like very powerful people. One of them is like wearing you don't recognize the face, but the robes they're wearing are like the same ones that the Free People's Academy in Port Saucus wear. Like they're like the Free People's mage, just like one of those guys. But I think that probably like once your gaze falls upon this last face, you can tell me how Reed reacts, but like Iomade is also here. Like they're both standing in this circle.
This is as old as Iomade. Iomade was here with Cade. Cade knew her and he didn't tell me? This is, what are they doing? And I'm gonna continue to, like, see what... There's some kind of ritual happening here, but I can't really... Can I try and, like, focus
Well, where are
and
they?
hear...
I'm like, focus, Reed. Focus, Reed. Where are they standing, fool?
They're standing where the pillars are. These aren't stone pillars. They're members of... they're high-ranking officials from around all of Valmina.
Where's Iomade, fool?
And I'm gonna just point to Iomade here. Cade's over here. Are they standing next to each other, by chance?
They are standing next to each other.
They're both right here. I'm gonna gesture to the two pedestals that they're on.
I'm gonna grab Reed's hand and put his hand on the pillar of Iomade. He pointed out. I'm like, do you
love that. No, go,
do you
please.
feel her light?
I always feel her light, but
I'm
do
saying through your hand, fool. God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna like lean the same sort of like meditation kind of state that I go into when I'm really trying to connect with Iomade. I'm gonna like feel out for that. Yeah.
And you kind of like reach out and feel for that, and it's been a mixed bag, right? Like when you're off of your home plane, it's a lot harder for you to like make contact with her. But you know, as you kind of like do, you feel like her presence like very easily float in. Like sometimes you have to really reach out in order to kind of like pull her in to where you're at. But she's like here, you know what I mean? And you kind of like feel her, you know, you kind of like feel her presence and her voice in that like back of your head, kind of like echoing nature that she has. You know, she says, you know, some secrets must be kept even from the best servants. But now that you've found this place on your own, you know, you should know that opening it comes at a great personal cost. I said, what we buried here, we never meant for anyone to find. And
who's here, or what is here?
And she is like, and she just kind of like gestures to the dais, and she says, "This is your way out of this place. The center, here." She says, "But it will." She says it will only work in the presence of, and she like gestures towards your, to your armor. But she says, but it is also tied to the existence of another. And she does like a vision share with you, and I'm going to take some DM liberties here and put and kind of like express these images. It's a combination of what kind of like Tyler saw, this almost like footprint of this place, and in the like kind of like extreme rear of it, a large black onyx door that you don't need to it's one of those just like one of those places, one of those things that you don't need to be read, and you don't need to have sense magic or detect alignment to know that something terrible is behind it, right? And even in this vision, there even the vision itself can't penetrate this space, and she just says the door can only be opened from the outside, and the one who resides within was the second greatest enemy we faced besides Al-Sarath, and we were able to trap him here. And it's and I think that there's like a strain that happens on like your physical body, Reed. Like the more that you are like present in these things, like the more it like takes out of you to like do it. It's something about the equivalent of being in the sunshine with no shade for 14 hours straight kind of thing. Like, and you can feel yourself having to like push through this thing. And while you have Iomade here, you've got one shot here for a question if you've got one for her.
Where is the cup, Puto? We're looking for the cup.
Yeah,
You've been muttering.
There's a chalice we've been looking for. Do you know where it is?
She gives a wry smile, and she kind of like gestures across the aisle to one of the figures standing, one of the like dwarven figures standing on the other like pedestal. And she, as you say chalice, you feel her do, I know that Reed is very like consensual with this, with her like mind rifling, but I'm going to refer to it that way. And she like pulls out the kind of like the line, the couplet that you were given with this in it. And she chuckles and she gestures across, and she says, that sounds like a good friend of mine. And as you like glance across, there is another familiar face, that of Halgrim, standing on the other side of this as well. And she just kind of
tell him you said hello.
She just says I suspect perhaps the chalice was merely a metaphor, and that coming to this place was really what he needed to see of you. Your ability to persevere, Halgrim was hard for us to recruit. He plays everything quite close to the chest. He always has.
Reed, what's going on, fool? You're just muttering.
Sounds like he's going crazy.
I'll take care of him.
And as Simone asks you, you lose it with Iomade. She's gone. The helm kind of like blinks back to that like you've referred to it as like a place with no time, right? Like that just like regular vision. But like you see your party, you see the melted statue bases, like you turn to Simone, he's there yelling at you, and you're back. Like and we're back.
Like Iomade melds into Simone.
Yeah, perfect.
from the
I love
vision.
that. I love that. Yeah.
She starts looking at him. She goes, "Puto, puto." He's like, "What? Puto."
I know, and you
puto."
feel your arm, shaking, the same one that Simone had to, like, have him touch it. He's now like, hey, puto!
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you, fool?
Well, there may be no chalice.
What?
Iomade thinks that this was a challenge by Halgrim just to make it here. And I'm gonna gesture
disappointing.
to the pillar that she pointed to where Halgrim was at.
Right.
And say if there's any chance you could try it, but I don't think you're gonna find it in that pillar. But
Kythar, smash that pillar.
Hold on.
Kylo's got his hammer above his head. Hold on.
I was like, can we just recap for a second here? Okay, so
but what we are standing on is, as far as I know, our only way out of here, and with it, also unlocking and unleashing the second, a power that rivaled Alzarath.
could we just like take a second to recap here for a moment before you smash that open, Kythar? Wow, I didn't think that would work.
A reasonable ask, getting a reasonable answer. Who thought?
I was okay. So we were sent here to find the chalice, and we found out that there's something locked here, and we got a vision from the past, and Kate is here, and your god is here, and Halgrim is here, and nobody mentioned. Kate didn't mention it. Halgrim didn't mention it. And your god didn't mention it, that there would be a price to pay and something trapped here. And we're going to release it, and we don't know whose side it's going to be on. But we might be against the college, so it might help us. But we also don't know. I feel like we're like getting played here. What do you guys think?
That's 100% what I think too. So this is why I hate the gods, fool. You don't worship them. They turn you into little pawns.
The gods always have a plan. Iomade always has a plan.
Yeah, and her plan was lie. She said she lied to you, right? I mean, that's like literally. She said servants don't always need to know. Oh, by the way, there's a cost to pay. Break it open. Get fucked.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
I know. Reed was muttering everything word for word as he was having his vision.
Yeah, you literally said that, puto.
You had speakerphone on.
All right.
I feel like we are missing something here, and I don't know what it is. There's a golden dragon. We know the golden dragon. So there's dragons on the school side, on the university side. And there's also dragons on the god side. Or is it the school versus the gods? Do I have that right? And we may be releasing a dragon that's on the god side to help us fight back. Nobody said that, but I don't know. I'm just thinking of ideas here.
It doesn't sound like whatever is underneath this or trapped in this is any friend of ours.
So why the hell are we releasing it?
We're not. We're looking for the
Who said we were doing that?
Yeah.
Hey Rowan, can I thumb through that book while we're talking about this?
Yeah. Here you go.
And you start thumbing through this. You guys are standing like in this chamber still, presumably. Yeah. Light's not great in here. Galfast is. You see Galfast with his signature squint, trying to look at this book here. Pinhole reading with his magnifying glass there, and this is gonna take to read front to back. This is gonna take a while. Galfast, but. I do think that Galfast probably recognizes a ledger when he sees one, right? Like this is like a compendium, right? This is like people in the underground deal with stolen goods but they deal in information just as well, right? And this falls like very solidly in that second portion. And I think that I want a will save from Galfast in this moment.
Ooh.
And then Galfast, is trying to put all these pieces together, make sense of everything, feeling like he's being lied to, feeling like he's being played. But he does remember one of the things that Halgrim, said to you guys when he was, speaking, in riddles about chalices. He had also mentioned that there was like living memory here. That there was the tools that he was going to need, like there was information here. He referenced gold or coins rather, which carried in them memories, secrets, and kind of like inferred that there might be something here or some things here which could be used to like unwind and unravel the magic of the college. Like it was very much a business like tit for tat. Like, yeah, maybe we're being played, but he did make it seem like there was some kind of something we could use against the college here too. And maybe all of these things are true, but on that, as he's, I think, trying to piece things together, I think that's one more piece that he's got as well, that he's like remembering in this moment.
Okay, I'd relay that. I'd say, don't you guys remember when we were with Halgrim? He had mentioned there was something we needed to find, like a memory coin or something. I haven't seen any, but maybe that would give us a. I thought the chalice was a lie. Didn't we just hear that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't know if that's a lie or because Halgrim told us one thing, but she's telling us another. Fool, like, God, this is.
Are there any artifacts? Could there be any artifacts here left by the people that were originally where these pillars are now?
Did you see
that locked room
back there?
Oh yeah, we could have gone to the locked room.
Lots of stuff in there. Most of it'll kill us.
Wait, have we been in there yet? You mean the one that the rib unlocks?
What? You found the key?
Yeah, I mentioned this.
Oh, you did? Oh. Yeah, of course you found the key. Yeah, absolutely. That key.
I probably would have grabbed it on the way over, but...
Yeah, and there is, like I said, it did kind of like blow up, and it did fly a little bit around here, but I think that that's reasonable, yeah, that you have it on your person.
I'm going to say, yeah, this key, that unlocks the room where the chains are coming from.
It's one of the places, yeah.
Maybe we split up. Maybe we have a few people in here working on this puzzle, and myself and whoever else goes to the other room to see what's in the chain room.
I'll go with you to the chain room.
Is that okay with you, Simone? Last time we tried to work on something, you yanked him away. So I just want to double check with you as the leader.
I can do what I want. I can do what I want. I can do what I want.
Oh my god!
Did her test just become a man?
Did your huevos drop, fool?
I hate you, Dad.
Exactly.
All you have to do is beat one College of the Arcane
I don't need
professor,
permission.
and suddenly I'm a big man.
I stood up to the teacher today, and I can stand up to you.
I can wipe
Simone
my
goes,
ass.
oh, you're a big boy now? You got your big boy pants on, huh? He starts pushing that A-test. You're a big boy now, huh? Get
To everybody else,
Let's go, fool. Let's go.
it's like watching two stick bugs fight.
Oh man,
it's like comical.
I know you guys start fucking slap fighting over there, just straight up. Oh man.
You think it's funny, fool? These are people's lives you're fucking with, right?
Yeah.
So I would be remiss if we spent time coming up with a plan, and then it's like, it's the end of the session, it's time to break, and then we're gonna have to like remember what the plan is next week. So, pitch. Why don't we, call the session here and figure out a plan next week, and that'll be how we start the session.
Perfect. Good.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right, sounds good. Well, congratulations. You guys defeated the librarian who, like Anthony, speaking of that, like, that challenge rating, that you've talked about that you've been able to see for the combat encounters. Those are not always, designed to be super challenging. This was like extreme before I was done putting pieces on the board. You know what I mean? Like this was a big one. So, if you guys can stay alive, you guys are definitely looking at a level in your very near future. But which you guys do need to stay alive in order to make that happen for yourself. Big challenges overcome.
I think our first plan is to go to sleep.
I know. We fall asleep in the middle of the library.
Next city, go to
Great. Then that sounds good, guys. I'll plan to catch you guys next Wednesday, and then I think that we're shooting for a bonus game day on Sunday for those of you who can get on to play like Pummel Party and silly things. But otherwise, thank you guys for being here, and I will catch, I'm sure, some of you on Arc Raiders and others of you a week from now at D&D.
Sounds good.
Cool. I will be staying after to read Aaron's deal, but I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, that's good. You guys have a good one.
See you guys.
Night, guys.
Okay. Okay, Michael Bolden TV. Hey, I can't really obviously like do a lot of like viewer interaction whilst I am mid narration, but I appreciate you being here, Michael Bolden TV and Velvet Slime. Love having new folks in, new chatters in. We do this once a week. We play games on Wednesday. We start neighborhood of 7 Pacific Standard Time. So, if you like what you see, you can come around, catch us then. The pro wrestling is not like my personal thing, Michael, but that's the beauty of the world of tabletop RPGs, right? Is that you can come up with a game for anything, and really the stories you can tell are only limited by your collective imaginations of everybody who is, sitting around that table. And so, I'd encourage you to either, find maybe a different game system that's designed for pro wrestling. Sometimes there's, something that's really made for that's better than D&D. But otherwise, just reskin some D&D stuff, do some wrestling, and just have a good time with it. Get some friends, hang out, make some new friends if none of your friends want to play. Yeah, cool. Well, appreciate you guys being here. With you guys here, I might have 2 viewers. I don't think that's enough for a raid. I think you need 3. So that'll probably do it for me for tonight. You guys caught us right at the end. We do have one guy in a different time zone, so it is 11 p.m. for him, and we, it's a school night. Everybody's got a school night. We're all in our 30s, but we all work in the morning. So, except yours truly, I guess. I'm on an alternate schedule. But you guys are the best. Thank you for being here, being part of the community, hanging out, chatting, and I will catch you guys in a week. Later.